Medal, you know, that is the first goal we've actually ever broadcast around the world that finally forced the... Well, he was living the life many dreamed of. But it's not until you get up here. The province's commissioners knew a successful... Continue in this vein, this faith-based vein. IGM is the most sensitive and dangerous... Now, most of this dump has been moved to a walled-off compound that keeps people out, but the poverty and sickness here continue. This is the front lines of the IGTF's uniform division. They call it proactive policing, where they remove known gang members from the Lower Mainland's clubs and restaurants to ensure public safety. You're expecting the U.S. to have a problem because they are just not handling their debt well. So now if you think Europe starts spiraling downhill. During the break, he kind of turned things around on us, and now he promised us that he can work us to absolute failure in 20 seconds. We don't want to do it, but to help you and inspire you today, we're going to be your guinea pigs. So I'm going to kill him, right?
Okay.
I'm the one that's going to do the deed?
Right.
Oh,
Be
goodness.
careful.
You're right, Ron. There is good news coming here out of Vancouver with our first gold medal. You know, that is the first gold we've actually ever won on Canadian soil during the Winter Games. We've been waiting for that, and it's so great to win it so early in the Games. Recognition of the damage caused by residential schools has been a hard-fought victory for survivors who found the courage to speak out. These karaoke bars and massage parlors are where undercover investigators pose as sex tourists. Michelle Miller says most of the attention around this issue has been on prostituted women. I have an interview with a good friend of mine who I've been very worried about. So happy to hear that he's back, and just evacuated yesterday from Haiti. But this was so stunning. 48 women per hour.
Yep.
They said if you live in the Congo, you're 58 times more likely to be raped than a woman in the U.S. And today I'm so excited to talk to y'all about exceptional people. It's one of my favorite parts of what I do, and I'm not just talking about the two exceptional women here to my left. Do you tweet? So I'm here with Rebecca Bradford, a U.S. speed skater. She has been skating since she was 5 years old, competing internationally since she was 13. And Rebecca, this is your first Olympics. Thank you for taking time to talk to us. What has the experience been like? We're here at Atlantic House in Granville Island in Vancouver to check out the crustaceans. Come on. These escape hatches are if we fall through the ice, the idea is?
Yeah, initially that's what they're for.
We've got 6. So we're here in Inuvik, and it's called the Land of the Midnight Sun, and you'll never guess what time it is right now. If you live here, you gotta have a lot of money. And the scene behind me is just stunning. And don't tip it over, right? How much is this?
As much as you want.
And we're here in Jerusalem in the Arab market. Vancouver has one of the best reputations in the world, voted one of the most desirable cities to live in, and host to the 2010 Olympics.
There have been 5 shootings in recent days.
But lately its reputation has taken a beating. That's because its streets have become home to rival gangs and a new front of violence. Police are heavily engaged. This man, arrested for allegedly breaking a no-contact order with known gang members. With nearly 50 attacks in the first 5 months of 2009, including 20 people shot to death, they have their work cut out for them. Still, they say their efforts aren't in vain.
We've had successes. Some we can talk about, some we can't talk about.
So how do you define success? Does gang violence, is there less gang members, is there less gang violence, or how do you define it?
Well, I define it with the mitigation of violence with respect to one individual or to one group. And again, with that being a police officer, someone who has been charged, or someone who has simply just left the area and is no longer involved in that type of lifestyle within the province of British Columbia. That's what I count as being a success.
But as many crimes as they prevent, others fall through the cracks. So what's fueling this latest wave of violence? British Columbia's Integrated Gang Task Force, or IGTF, says it's all about market share.
They're in competition with one another. So there is a propensity, once you have the drug trade, a very active drug trade involving any number of groups, you also have weapons that they use to protect either whatever market share they have now, to protect their individuals within their groups, or certainly to use as intimidation. We have the possibility of violence. And that is that's what's happened in the last little while.